welcome everybody from all over the world, from all the other social networks, except from Instagram. We're also having friends from Facebook and Twitter, Periscope and YouTube. So welcome everybody. It's great to see you. We're getting together today for the 46th time. It's Thursday, the 28th of May, and we are getting together to tap together on stress, anxiety, and fear and worry, overwhelmment, sadness perhaps, and all the other negative emotions we have been experiencing in one way or another, and there is a whole range of them. Most of us, however, do suffer from stress and anxiety in these unprecedented trying times. Hence, we have been tapping on stress and anxiety. Emotional freedom technique is just the right tool, and those of you who have been joining us since the beginning, you know how quickly we can find relief. For all those of you who are new and joining us today, welcome everybody. My name is Sonja Kirschner. I'm a life coach, leadership coach, NLP practitioner, EFT practitioner, and the founder of A Power Free Coaching, Training and Mind Freedom. But more importantly, I'm on the mission to keep us all mentally and spiritually fit in these trying times. And I've been spreading the word of tapping because it's just the right tool to help us quickly. It offers us relief really fast. It allows us to take our power back really fast. So I will be briefly mentioning for everybody who is new what tapping is, what the meridian points are, and then we will starting to tap together. So everybody who's new, you know the trick. You need to wash your hands, make sure that your hands are clean, because many of the meridian points are sitting on our face and we will be touching our face. So hygiene is really important still. So what is tapping? Tapping brings together two worlds. It brings together the world of the ancient Chinese acupressure, where we apply pressure with our fingertips on certain meridian points on our body. The meridian points being the end points of our meridian lines, the energy network of us, of our body. And research has proven over and over again that if we suffer emotional pain, if we have an emotional pain or even a physical pain, and most physical pain is derived from emotional discomfort, emotional pain, then there are energy blockages within the meridian lines. And for us applying pressure through tapping with our fingertips on certain meridian points in our body, we're encouraging the blockage to unlock, to release itself, and the energy to flow. Now there is another important element to tapping, and that is the second world. It's the world of the modern psychology, meaning that we take a moment to tune in with ourselves, to check in with ourselves, to see what is going on for us, to acknowledge the negative emotions, to acknowledge what is hurting us emotionally or physically. You see, we've been trained to push on and press on regarding emotional or physical pain in this society, to not to give it much attention and just to keep working and to, in this sense, distract ourselves from the emotional or the physical pain. But the more we do that, the louder the pain grows, the louder the suffering becomes, because our bodies, our feelings really want to hear us. So the modern psychology is all about being honest with oneself, stopping for a moment and acknowledging the feeling, the emotion or the pain, to say, I hear you and I can feel you are there, and let's find some solution, let's find relief together. And it's not about dwelling on negativity, it's quite the opposite. It's if we acknowledge these feelings, these emotions and the physical pain that so desperately want to be heard and are telling us something, and more often than not through tapping we find out and discover what it is, we are in a way taking the hold they have had over us away from them. And we are allowing the energy to flow. So this combination of the two worlds, the ancient Chinese acupressure, the modern psychology, is a really powerful combination which offers us relief fast. So why is tapping right now in this day and age so important, especially in these unprecedented and trying times? You see, most of us feel out of control. Most of us are uncertain of what is going to be and what is going to happen. And this feeling of out of control and the uncertainty are the key ingredients really for stress. Stress causing us anxiety. You see, our brain is a 2 million-year-old brain, and its primary function is to keep us safe, to protect us from danger. Now, if you think of us way back when we're still chased by tigers and lions, what happens? We've observed the physical danger through our senses, and we send the danger signal to our brain, to which our brain responds in the way of sending a chemical cocktail mix into our system, as adrenaline, as cortisol, the stress hormone, endorphins, that make our heart beat faster, that might make our heartbeat faster and hence pump more blood faster to our muscles. We breathe faster when we're exposed to physical danger. We sweat more because we're really getting ready to attack or to flee from the danger. In this instance, in this example, the tiger or the lion, because the amygdala, the part of our brain which is really always vigilantly looking out for danger, that's its primary job, to protect us and to get our bodies safe, ready to either fight or flee from danger. Now, fast forward to today, of course, it still happens that we're exposed to physical danger, but more often than not, and especially now in this pandemic, this danger, it's more emotional danger. We are observing what is going on. Of course, we are observing what is going on around us, within our circle of friends or family, within our society. And we can see the effect this pandemic has on the society, the toll it's taking. And of course, on a global level, we watch the news and we know what is going on. We know the danger. So equally, we are sending danger signals to our brain, and although it may be not in the same intensity as if we are exposed to real physical danger, we're still sending danger signals to our brain, to which our amygdala responds in proportionate amounts, and still sending this chemical cocktail into our system, to which our body responds more subtly, but in the background it is responding in this way. Now, of course, if it gets out of control, some of us do experience panic, anxiety attacks, where we can really feel the physical response to the danger, although the physical danger is not there in that way. But most of us do feel the toll this way of living, this way of processing the danger has on us. We are not going anywhere. Most of us are working from home, yet we feel so tired. I mean, does it happen to you that you feel really tired during the day or towards the end of the day, and you have been in these past few weeks, even though you are probably doing less physical activity than you normally do? And that is the reason why, because in the background we are all fighting danger. Now that's why emotional freedom technique is so incredibly important, because it helps us to slow down. As you can imagine, functioning under stress, under a danger response where our body is constantly fighting or fleeing in the background, is not good for our health. It has a negative impact on our sleep, on our mental and spiritual well-being. It has a negative impact on our immune system. So we really need to allow our body to relax. And the moment we do, our bodies know exactly how to restore themselves, and our immune system knows exactly how to boost itself. All we have to do is we have to give our brain a signal to say, hey, right now I'm okay and I'm safe and all is well. And most of us may find it difficult to do that because we are observing what is going on and we may perceive not to be safe. But we have to train ourselves to not accept reality for something which is dominating the way we feel, and as a result the way we process our emotions, which have or might have negative impact on our health and on our body. So that's why EFT, emotional freedom technique, is so incredibly important, especially doing it together amplifies the relief and the benefits for all of us. We take our power right back, we slow right down, we give our body the permission to relax and to restore itself, and our immune system boosts itself, our sleep restores itself. So there's so many benefits to tapping. So if you know of anybody who is suffering emotionally or physically right now in these trying times, do hit the share button, invite them to join us at this live stream, or invite them to join them to catch up on the recorded session of this live stream, because you can help by sharing this message. So what are the meridian points we'll be focusing on? So we're starting off with the karate chop point, also known as the side of our hand right here. We are tapping around 7+ times quite firmly so that we can feel the pressure and we get the pressure applied. Next up is the beginning of the eyebrows right here, followed by the side of the eyes, and you can tap with 2 or more fingers, it's up to you. Underneath the eyes, and you can choose which side you tap on, because the meridian lines run on both sides of our body. Personally, I prefer to tap on both. Followed by underneath the nose, then the chin, but it's not quite a chin, it's the crack below the lip right here. Followed by the collarbone around 2-3 inches below the collarbone. Next up is underneath the armpit around 4 inches below, as a guide for where the brow line sits. And then to close the tapping cycle off, we will be focusing and tapping on the top of our head right here, which does make us look a little bit like monkeys, but it closes off the tapping cycle, so it is very effective. So there you have it, that's the tapping points we will be focusing on. So let's get into it. Let's identify for ourselves what is going on, because within the tapping session itself, I will be also giving you room and the opportunity to address in your own words your specific emotion, your specific pain, because that is where the power lies. If you address in your own words specifically what is going on for you, miracles happen, and that's exactly what we want to achieve for yourself. So let's take together a deep breath in through our nose and breathe out through our mouth. And as we do, let's just check in with ourselves. Let's notice what we notice, and if this is the one moment in the day when you want to be honest with yourself, this is the most important moment perhaps, and acknowledge what is going on and how you feel, and what is the dominant negative emotion you're feeling. It may be stress, it may be anxiety, fear, or worry, or sadness. And where in your body does this negative emotion sit? Is it in your chest? Is it in your head? Is it in your shoulders, in your stomach? Or perhaps you are feeling physical pain. Perhaps you have a headache or a neck ache or a shoulder ache. And how does it feel? Is it a sharp pain? Is it a dull pain? Is it a pain as if it was dragging you down, almost as if the entire weight of the world was sitting on your shoulders? So how does it feel? And on an intensity scale between 1 and 10, when 10 is the most intense and 1 is the lowest, what number of intensity would you give this emotional or this physical pain? And you bring it up right now, I would expect the number to be in the region of 5 or above. So what number would you give the pain? Write it down or remember it, it's important, we will be coming back to it. And now let's start tapping together. Let's start tapping together, and remember to breathe in deeply, to breathe through the energy blockages whilst we tap. Starting off on the karate chop point side of our hand, just repeat after me. Trust the process. Trust the process and repeat after me. Even though I'm feeling all this stress, all this anxiety, fear and worry in my body, I'm choosing to let them go. One more time. Even though I'm feeling all this anxiety, all this stress, all this fear and worry in my body, I am choosing to let them go. One more time. Even though I'm feeling all this stress, all this anxiety, all this worry, all this fear in my body, I am choosing to let them go. All this stress, all this anxiety, all this worry, all this fear, all this negative emotion, all this physical pain that I have been carrying around. I can feel it in my body. It's weighing me down. All this pain is draining me of my energy. All this emotional and physical pain feels like a heavy, dark cloud hanging over me. All this anxiety, all this stress, all this worry and fear. They are draining me. They are taking their toll on me. And as we continue, I want you now to choose your own words to describe with your own words the emotional or the physical pain that you are feeling. You cannot get it wrong. Just tap with me by choosing your own words. Keep breathing as well. Don't forget to breathe. Let's do 2 rounds together. Beginning of the eyebrows, you choose your own words. Side of the eyes. Underneath the eyes. Underneath the nose, chin, collarbone, underneath the armpit, top of the head. You're doing really well. Let's do another round. Acknowledging in your own words what is going on for you. Keep breathing. Beginning of the eyebrows. Side of the eyes. Underneath the eyes. Underneath the nose, chin, collarbone, underneath the armpit, top of the head. And now let's continue together. So again, keep repeating after me and don't forget to breathe. Even though I am feeling all this emotional pain, even though I'm feeling all this physical pain. Right now, I'm choosing to let them go. Right now, I'm choosing to let everything that hasn't been serving me go. And although I may find it difficult to let them go, I am willing to let all the negativity, all the pain go. And I'm breathing in deeply all the goodness that I deserve. And I'm breathing out everything and anything that hasn't been serving me. Right now, I am giving myself the permission to relax. Right now, I am giving myself the permission to feel good. I'm allowing this heavy dark cloud to disperse into the nothingness from which it came. And I can see it disappearing. I can see it disappearing. I can feel joy and harmony and peace to flow to me and through me. And right now I'm pressing the reset button. And as I do, I can feel my body respond to it. I'm breathing in all the well-being, all the harmony, peace and joy that I can imagine. And I can feel how every cell in my body is benefiting. I forgive myself for having been so hard on myself. It hasn't been easy. But right now, I'm choosing to let all this go. I know that I've been doing the best that I can. I can feel my energy levels lifting as I fill myself up with love, harmony and peace. I can feel ease flowing through my entire body. And I feel good. In this very moment, I'm choosing well-being over everything else. In this very moment, I'm choosing peace and harmony over everything and anything else. And as I breathe in deeply, I remember that I deserve all the well-being that I can imagine. I am so proud of myself to be doing this for me. And I will remember to tap when I need to. I'm filling myself up with positivity, harmony, ease, and peace. And I feel good. And I'm taking this feeling of well-being, peace and love with me into this day, into every other day to follow. I am choosing love and peace over fear. And so it is. And as we gently stop tapping together, I want you to take in a deep breath through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. And as you do, just notice how you feel. Just notice what has changed, what has shifted for you. Just notice the relief you are feeling right now, and the number of intensity you have given your emotional or physical pain. By how many points did it go down? I have really felt the energy flowing to me and through me today. As I say, EFT is an incredibly powerful tool, but when we get together from a mass conscious perspective, we are empowering ourselves more. We are all experiencing the benefits, the relief, amplified. So thank you for joining in. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for empowering yourself in this way, and thank you for spreading the word by sharing this message, by sharing this video with your network and helping others as you do. We are another day closer to the end of the lockdown. We are doing really well, keeping ourselves mentally and spiritually fit in this way. So keep tapping, and I see you all tomorrow again right here on the live stream at 10 a.m. UK time. So if you are dialing in from abroad, it's 10 a.m. BST. Thanks for joining in. You have a great day, and I see you all tomorrow.